Alright, I'm back. Keeps failing to record, it really pissed me off. I'm back here with Doki Doki. We're gonna play it through one day. I'm gonna keep it's not excessively long. I'm gonna try to keep the commentary on a minimum. Yeah, so welcome. And we are starting out with the game, Monica. We left off with Sayori coming to a demise. She's not around anymore. Monica deleted her. We are at the part of the game where it is just the three of them. And yeah, here we are. So, do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or mark? You could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? About that. I actually quit the debate club. Really, you quit? Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. But arguing around the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. Oh shit. A literature club. Literature? That sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far? It's kind of embarrassing, but there are only 3 of us so far. It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. Well, I can see that. But it's really not boring at all, Literature can be anything. Reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the club room. Wait, really? That's Natsuki. Yeah, it's funny, right? And she always insists that manga is literature too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. And besides, a member is a member, right? Yes, is she? My character is a simp. Hey, Carl. By any chance, are you still club to join? I mean, I guess so, but in that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but you could at the very least visit my club. It would make me really happy. Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monica? Sure, I guess I could check it out. Ah, awesome. You're really sweet, Carly, you know that? It's nothing really. Shall we go in? I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important. So weird. And this today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica. Her irresistible smile. I dejectedly follow Monica across the school and upstairs. A section of the school I rarely visit. Monica, full of energy, swings open the door. I'm back. Did you see that? Did you all see that as well? See her eye bug out like that with the 5 sides of her face? And I brought a cat with me. What? You game. I guess. Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, Carl. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. So let me guess. Monica's boyfriend, right? No. What? No, I'm not. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude whose name is apparently Natsuki is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president. Oh, so Yuri's the vice president now instead of Sayori. Okay, that's weird. It's nice to meet you. Yuri, who appears mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to be with both of you. So I ran into Carl in the classroom and we decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great? Wait, Monica. Didn't I tell you to let me know in advance anyone knew? I was gonna, well, Sorry. I didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that would be great. Why don't you come sit down, Carl? If few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Nasuki from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monica. So I know you really didn't plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. That's something like all school teachers would say, but their class is never exciting. Well, they're like, do a 50 packet homework assignment. This will be fun. Monica makes this sound fun. She is fun. Because she's crazy. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You should put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile, but it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Nasuki? Well, I guess. Nasuki reluctantly agreed. Such different and interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these two. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the table. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. Monica, well, chill out, please. I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be the pastime for me, but I at least enjoy some tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles at herself in relief. So, Carl, what kinds of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read the past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga, I admitted quietly to myself, half joking. Nasuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorite are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book. No, my character's a simp. I desperately grabbed something I relate to in the midnight novel. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a simp. I'd expect that from you, Yuri. It suits your personality. Okay, Monica. Oh, is that so? Blue, if the story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, just... Mitsuki's eyes dart over me for a split second. Never mind, that's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Mitsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Lab, and give that back. Fine. Mitsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Mitsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. I'm not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Mitsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is the oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities, and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Mitsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. We all sit in silence for a moment. Hey, I just got an idea. How about this? Misuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then we meet next time, we'll all share them with each other. That way everyone is even. I thought it was a good idea. Well, I think you're right, Monica. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice president after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a to take. You agree as well, Carl? Hold on, there's still one problem. And what's that? Now that we've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Monica may have convinced me to stop, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and lose my train of thought. All three girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry, I thought. The girls exchange glances before Monica turns back to me. I guess I need to tell you the truth, Carl. The thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. Monica, don't guilt trip me. We need 4. And I've been trying really hard to find a new member. If we don't find one more member before the festival, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation. And besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls? Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that, Carl? Yeah. It could be fun, right? You really did scare me for a moment. I mean, if you really just left after all this, I would be super pissed. Carl, I'm so happy. You've become an official club, no? Thank you so much for you were really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay? Monica, chill. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Carl, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then. Okay. I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait. With that, I depart the club room and make my way home. The whole day, my mind wanders back and forth between the 3 girls, Misuki, Yuri, and of course. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in the literature club? Perhaps I'll have a chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Alright, this is almost the end. That's a beautiful poem. Looks like a whole lot of Monica. Well, after this, okay? She's dumb. By Marshmallow. Fun. Clumsy. Fluffy. Socks. Chocolate. Lollipop. Candy. That one's gonna be sweet anime forgive Alright, so this is it, guys. I'm done for the day.